may be seeing us from, or viewing us from, or eyeing us from, or looking us from. I bring greetings to you this wonderful day. Today is a bit cold. I greet you all. My hot here forget to bring. So, my people, I greet everybody as you they join us this time, this hour, this day. Now, my greetings, me, I carry come. You are welcome. And we go to look into some things. We are going to be looking into the yesterday our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa's broadcast or briefing on the space yesterday. He said a lot of things there, and one of the things he said there that is heating or making the heat or turning around the people of the blindfolded people, what is turning their eyes upside down and turning them from left to right to west to north to east, is that he said every checkpoint must be removed. And that won't get them talking. Nnamdi Kanu still in detention. Justice has been denied. And the legal teams are doing everything possible to see that he regains freedom, at least semi-freedom, at least semi-freedom. And that will happen by the special grace of Almighty Shukokike. Yes, and we will not stop. We will continue fighting because our freedom is something that has nothing to be compared with. Our freedom, no get part two. So when you know where you are going to, you know where you are going to land, you know what you are going for, you will be encouraged to go. So Nnamdi Kanu is now trending that Nnamdi Kanu is demanding for what do you call it? Is calling for negotiations. It baffle me. It baffle me. Honestly, it baffle well that Nigerians they all or Nigeria himself they always see everything negatively. They don't see it the way it is. When something happens, they go twist them, make it be according to their own, according to their glory. Yeah. They go twist them, make it be to their own glory, make it no be the way. Nnamdi Kanu is not soliciting for any negotiations. The what happened? He may consider. He has never gone. It's just an I don't know if I should say it's a suggestion that was raised, and he said yes. Why not? I may consider that. If you listen, I don't know if I will have that particular video again. He said, "Why not? Why not?" He will give it a thought. It doesn't mean that he is the one going for it. He's not begging. The Mazen Nandekala has not done anything wrong. So our Prime Minister have said to Nigeria, dismantle every checkpoint in Biafra land. And if you do not release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we will burn down Nigeria. That's what the Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa said yesterday. So this morning we go listen to our Prime Minister and we will listen to some things we will need to listen to about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu also. So I greet everyone that is here. I can see from the comment section, I see Ciprelo Gochikunde, one them, I see Lonin, they will greet you one them. Every other person that is out there watching me, anywhere you watch me from, I greet you in the name of Chuko Kikabiama. You are welcome to this wonderful program this morning. I beg you to just try and like the program for me. Just do like the program for me. That's all I need you to do. Hit the like button. If you go on to share, that's extra grace. Thank you. But if you cannot share, try and like at least. Or maybe you don't like what I'm doing. dislike it. All are welcome. We are in a place where freedom of life, freedom of speech, freedom of movement, government of the people, by the people, for the people. This is not, what do I say about their own? Is it people for the government? Mm-hmm. People for the government, by the government, and for the government. That is what they have in Nigeria. The people are for the government instead of the government being for the people as it is supposed. No, it is the other way around. The people are for the government. People will use the government uses the people to do what it want to do instead of the people applying the rule of law that the government has given. No, the government is applying the law of government against the people. Nigeria is applying the law of the military against the people, and we have seen that. We can confirm to that. So make we no too waste our time. Make we quickly begin the waka. They go small, small. Um, Small, small. Make we begin waka. They go. I think before we go to our prime minister, it go good to make we listen to this video. Make we listen to the. I don't know if there's any video left of that yesterday. No, there is no. Okay, let's start with this.
Faces charges of 7 counts of terrorism, which he denies. But in court earlier today, Mr. Kanu's lawyers said they were ready to enter into negotiation with the federal government through the Office of the Attorney General in an attempt to seek some form of reconciliation and settlement, to which the presiding judge, Justice Binta Nyako, said he had no objection, and it was up to the parties to agree on the way they want the matter to go. So what happens next? Could this be a way out for the beleaguered separatist leader, or is it just another dead end?
Will it be another dead end? I thank God. They know that Nigeria is always a dead. Everything about Nigeria is dead end. There is no justice. That's why I said the justice. Nnamdi Kanu has been denied the justice, and we have seen it and we know it. But what happened is that so many people are like, some people are playing ostrich, that they don't care, they don't see it, it is not existing. Listen, that you pretend something is not there does not mean that thing is not there. You might see me as I'm sitting here now, you pretend you are not seeing me, you shut your ears. It doesn't mean I'm not sitting here, I'm sitting here and I'm speaking. So the truth is that the justice has been denied, mostly because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo man, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is from Biafra land, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is demanding for his freedom. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is only going to ransack people's pocket or take people's, grab things that doesn't belong to him, ransack and sack villages and take over their communities, he would have been celebrated by the country. He would have been forgiven. He would have been given amnesty. He would have been placed on a bigger salary. No, but because he is demanding for freedom, because we have seen that Nigeria is a place where anything that will relate to your freedom, peace, joy is evil to them. But if it is anything that is injustice, ekwafusi ọbara ndị mmadụ, grabbing land, cleansing communities, dealing in arms, dealing with drugs, you'll be forgiven and be celebrated. You'll be sent home in bigger celebration mode, or you'll be crowned with a title like they did. We have seen them crowned the most wanted terrorist was crowned the biggest, with the biggest title in Funane land. We have seen that, and we have seen the other one that a terrorist and also deal on arms. He was released, and the whole state gathered to celebrate him. And we have seen the repented terrorists being celebrated by telling them they can go, they are free to be that they are free to do to anything they want to do in life. Only what they need to do is to repent. Just pronounce it. Say, I repent of my terrorist. Have my gun. It doesn't matter if you have 100 gun. All you need is just come and surrender one gun and say you repent, and you'll be given the opportunity to become a minister, a governor, a president, anything you want. You have it. Even went to the military officer, went to the point of saying you have ladies' arms. Anywhere you spread them, they go enter. You know, useless things. Where did they tell us? That is it. You go imagine when the people on top are doing rubbish, what you go expect to see inside. That is why I agree with our prime minister that Nigeria is evil forest. Jungle is good because when you go to jungle and only let down on waraya, that's so it be. So Nigeria and the Nigerian media know that Nigeria justice is a dead end. For him to tell you that he considering going for settlement outside court might be another dead end, means that the court itself has been a dead end for Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to listen again.
To seek some form of reconciliation and settlement, to which the presiding judge, Justice Binta Nyako, said he had no objection, and it was up to the parties to agree on the way they want the matter to go. So what happens next? Could this be a way out for the beleaguered separatist leader, or is it just another dead end?
Did you get that? Could it be a way out, or could it be another dead end? That means now they are agreeing with me and every other good Biafran that all Nnamdi Kanu has been going through is dead ends. The justice system has been a dead end because Nnamdi Kanu na Biafran man. Because Nnamdi Kanu no be Funane man. Everything because he is an Igbo, he go turn against him. He is a Biafran, he go turn against him. What did he do? Nothing. We remember as Obijiofo or Akujiofo or Akajiofo in Lagos. He did nothing. He's been thrown into Krikri and abandoned there because he's Igbo man. This is Nigeria against Igbos. They call it Igbophobia. I have waited to see Obasanjo speak about that man. That yet he will come out to tell you he is representing you. Well, that's for those that believe he is representing them. We don't disrepresent them. We don't organize them for long.
Well, for more on this, let's turn to Arise political editor and director of news, Sumner Samba. Good to see you, Sumner.
Thank you so much, Charles.
Just tell us more about today's trial.
Yeah, very important, conclusion, at least by both parties. Nnamdi Kanu is saying that the provisions of the law actually provide for a discussion. And if you actually look at Section 17 of the Federal High Court rules, it actually allows for the court to intervene and provide, a ground for some sort of reconciliation that could actually lead to an out-of-court settlement. And so if Aloy Ejimako, who is actually the lawyer for Nnamdi Kanu, is actually saying that this could be used to settle this issue, and Adewale Ademoyega, Aomolo Ademoyega, actually saying that,
who represents the
federal government, saying that,
yeah.
look, you can actually do that, but my client, the federal government, only asked me to prosecute you, not to actually get into negotiations. Then you have to go to the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to actually put your demand before him and it's left for the federal government to actually consider or not. So it could actually be a way out of the crisis and the challenges that we have. Because look, Charles, if we've had Bello Bodejo, who is the president of the Mieti Allah, association, Cattle Breeders Association, who was charged with terrorism and he had his terrorism charges quashed recently, why can't we look for a political solution to this? We also have Sunday Igboho, who was having the Yoruba nation agitations. And I mean, we could see how that issue was taken off. Now, the issue at stake now is why that of Nnamdi Kanu continues to linger. And it begs us to believe, when one begins to see the attitude of the Nigerian authorities to what is happening in the Southeast region. That's why sometimes myself and others continue to question the sort of lamentation strategy by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, when he keeps lamenting that until Simon Ekpa, for example, the factional leader of IPOB, is brought into Nigeria.
Right,
that
the guy
issue
in
cannot
Finland.
Be, yeah, in Finland.
Are you getting it? They know say the Christopher Musa, they just disgrace himself. Imagine somebody that call himself General, Chief Defense Officer of the land, crying, Simon Ekpa be brought. You have lost it all because you don't have the ideas of what to do. Your own is to enter there, shoot on innocent people without arms. Are you listening to this man? I'm going to take it back a bit for you to listen to that again. Listen again.
Nnamdi Kanu continues to linger. And it begs us to believe, when one begins to see the attitude of the Nigerian authorities to what is happening in the Southeast region. That's why sometimes myself and others continue to question the sort of lamentation strategy by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa.
Did you hear that? Musa coming day and night to lament. Hey, lamentation. This man in the talk through lamentation of Christopher Musa over bringing back Simon Ekpa. Until you bring Simon Ekpa, there will be peace. And then ask him, is it Simon Ekpa that is responsible for what happened or what is happening in the north? Is it Simon Ekpa today, as I am talking to you now? Let me just flash this. As I am talking to you now, I want you to see. Just take a look. Are you seeing the screen? Do you see that? Do you see that? Al-Qaeda linked terrorists. Al-Qaeda linked terrorists have crossed to northern Nigeria, settled in Kainji National Park. Is it Simon Ekpa that brought them? When people don't know where they are coming from, they will not know where they are going to. They keep telling you it's Simon Ekpa, Simon Ekpa. It's not Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is not responsible for what has been happening in your country. Is Simon Ekpa the person that asked you to mount the roadblock? That asked you to mount Navy roadblock on the road in Biafra land alone? Is it Simon Ekpa that asked you to punish people? Even pregnant women have to come down with yakana abunenu before cross, or Simon Ekpa the Iregi? Is it Simon Ekpa that asked you to go and shoot the thing where they shoot inside the water? Is it Simon Ekpa that asked you to disappear over 300 youths in Abia? Because Simon Ekpa. Lamentation.
Nnamdi Kanu continues to linger. And it begs us to believe, when one begins to see the attitude of the Nigerian authorities to what is happening in the Southeast region. That's why sometimes myself and others continue to question the sort of lamentation strategy by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, when he keeps lamenting that until Simon Ekpa, for example, the factional leader of IPOB, is brought into Nigeria,
Right,
that
the guy
issue
in
cannot
Finland.
be, in Finland, that it can't be stopped and all of that. The issues are bigger than Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa. These are issues of injustices, grievances. I would have heard elder statesman Chief Edwin Clark say not quite long ago when he turned 97 that one of the things that should be done is to assess the grievances of the country and see how those issues can be settled through restructuring, through good governance, and for the federal government to give certain power.
Good, you educating them. Is it Simon Ekpa? When Simon Ekpa comes back, you will begin to apply justice. Is it Simon Ekpa that told you? Was it Simon that instructed you to go to Kenya and kidnap Nnamdi Kanu? Oh, probably. Simon Ekpa asked you not to release Nnamdi Kanu when the Supreme Court, when the appeal court discharged him. Is it Simon Ekpa that sent you to go to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and level down everybody there, about 28 to 30 people, in search of bringing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's head down? Which one Simon Ekpa did send you to? Those praying, those at the bar, those drowned in the water? Which one now Naomi send you to go and do? I thank God these journalists are now beginning to open up to the reality.
Powers to the component parts of the federation so that these issues can be resolved. The issue is not necessarily Nnamdi Kanu. The issue is not necessarily Simon Ekpa. But those in authorities have failed to actually take a critical look as to what is making these agitations, secessionist groups to actually spring up, including in the incumbent president's region, over and over.
Yeah.
That's
a
a
good point.
There needs to be a new strategy, and that strategy is more politically inclined than military inclined.
That's a good point.
We've been wasting bullets, guns, ammunitions, and everything, and this issue hasn't stopped. With soldiers being killed.
Yeah, that's a good point. But specifically in Nnamdi Kanu's case, is there a point to be made that the reason they're holding him the way they are is the fact that he was granted bail? So there was no issue of prejudice or anything at that point. He was granted bail, and then something happened, and then he skipped bail, and then went
What
forward.
is something that happened now? Tell us that something that happened. What is the something?
And in violation of all the things of that bail when he
that was in
left the country.
2017.
Right, and then they had to sort of spirit him back, even though the process by which he was brought back is considered illegal.
Yeah, but it's called extraordinary rendition, when the government engages in illegality to actually get someone who's
I'm wondering
wanted.
whether that is a consideration for why their backs seem to have got very stiff over the issue right now.
Yeah, I understand how bitter the Nigerian state is. And of course, there's no government that will stay aloof and watch what's happening in the southeast of the country, where you see on specific days, you have sit at home, going on with a whole region losing, so much to, these separatist groups. I mean, there's no government that will watch, these people wanting to take over a region. But for how long are we going to continue this? And if we've been able to make a success out of the fight against insurgency in the northeast with the Boko Haram, it's been able to go down, and we're able to do this de-radicalization policy by the defense headquarters, why can't we apply same in the southeast of the country? So there are so many things that the Nigerian government, is not really telling us about the southeast, because we've come to a conclusion at some point that, yes, we need to restructure our constitution. We need to do certain things to assuage the feelings of people in different parts of the country. But people are beginning to ask questions that if separatist leaders in the southwest have been granted bail, they've been left off the hook, and that of the north, they've been left off the hook, what is happening.
Well, they're not actually left off the hook.
Yeah, but well, they said that they had undergone lots of trials in the courts and all of that. Some of the leaders got killed, especially in the Northeast. But we are saying that for this, there seems to be some sort of delay on this Nnamdi Kanu's issue. And while we are saying that the law should take its course if it's actually wrong, but nonetheless, there seems to be a delay over this particular issue. Now, what happened in 2017 is actually the reason why we're here. And that's why I said the lamentation strategy by the Chief of Defense Staff on Simon Ekpa, if it's not properly handled, we may have another Nnamdi Kanu situation at hand, where if he is intercepted and he brought to Nigeria, it could trigger off more protests, more agitations, more killings in the Southeast. So what we need to do is to look for ways to settle this issue politically. And when you hear people like Edwin Clark saying this, you will know that, yes, they may not have gone through it the right way. And of course, nobody will condone the killing of soldiers and other military men. But the continued use of force
is fueling the crisis.
It's fueling it.
Okay.
And then
let me
someone like
Nnamdi
Kanu, if the court process is not quickly concluded, there will be a tendency for people to think that even the courts have been tied by the government, and
so
we're not
very
making
quickly,
a headway.
we're running out of time. How much support and sympathy does Mr. Kanu have in Nigeria, insofar as it is possible to gauge that?
Well, he continues to enjoy a lot of sympathy from people, and that's why you see that the monies continue to come in both within Nigeria and outside, because of that sympathy that the Southeast continues to face political marginalization over the years. The agitation has always been that why have we failed to have a president of Southeast extraction or a vice president of Southeast extraction since after Alex Ekweme in the Second Republic? Could this possibly help resolve the issue if we're able to, as a nation, see how we can devolve?
It's too late for clamoring or for advocating or for agitating for the vice president or president from Igbo nation. No, we are no longer asking for Igbo presidency or vice or senate. No, we want out. Is it not clear? What statement is there that you do not get? We don't want again, no. Because the problem Nigeria is being engulfed in, trapped, swallowed. The problem that have swallowed Nigeria is not about any personnel change. It's about the Nigeria itself. It can never be changed. It can never rebuild. You cannot reconstruct it. Not by, listen, if you like, you see all the constitution of Nigeria, get the whole constitution, trash them, put them for fire, put them for latrine. You know the one will be latrine. Do the new, call me, will be Igbo man, call it only Igbo people, make them come do new constitution. It will not work because Nigeria itself is not supposed to be a place of inhabitant of people, nations. No, it should be a place called Nigeria for one place, and that place should be northern place. They call today northern Nigeria. That is the place that deserves the name Nigeria. We should have never been joined to anything Nigeria at all. We have gbasara anyị na ndị a ka otu o si jikọ anyị na ha. It's not about president or presidency or vice or this one. No.
Powers in such a way that, we could reduce this agitation. And then could it be that the call for a new state in the Southeast, for example, if it's given, could help reduce some of these, separatist agitations? We must do something to make the Southeast to look like it's not just being seen to be part of Nigeria, but it is actually part of Nigeria. And that's why we're saying that if
Southeast is not part of Nigeria. We all have seen it that it is not even Southeast. You have tried to change the narrative. You have tried, listen, they have changed every narrative. They told us that we are from East. They made us believe that we have been Easterners until these recent days. Look at the East. Look at the Eastern Pole. Who amongst us is from East? Look at Taraba. Even Taraba should not be considered as East. Taraba should be West. But they cut Taraba, go put for East. When you want to talk about the Southeast, is this Taraba now? Taraba, even Benue should be in the West. But they called Benue, go put for North. They are calling us East. Are we in the East? That is the question. Look at your map. Tell yourself, where do you belong? Who is in the East? Even Benue State is not in the East. Kogi State is not in the East. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? They tell you that Lagos is in the West. Is Lagos in the West? And they tell you that Edo is Midwest. Is Edo in the Midwest? Who no get ear, eye to see? The place you should be calling Midwest here is Oyo. Lagos is in the West. They tell you that Lagos is in the West. They tell you Lagos is in the. They tell you Lagos is not in the West. Lagos is in the South. Ogun State is in the South even. It's from Oyo that you will get Southwest. But the narrative of making us to forget who we are, they tell us, say, how can you call somebody from Enugu Easterner? How can you call somebody from Delta Easterner? How can you call somebody from Benue Easterner? How can you call somebody from Ebonyi, Imo, Anambra Easterner? And we take it. We were told that we are minorities. Probably that is why, because anything you give the minority, they will take. They don't get choice.
Of recent, we could have this issue. Terrorism charges slammed against the president of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association, Bello Bodejo, and they were removed. They were discharged. The federal government removed these same charges from him. Why can't it apply so that this issue in the northeast, in the southeast, will be quelled and Nigeria will focus more on development?
Right. So your assessment at the moment is that in the face of lots of calls from prominent Nigerians, you mentioned Edwin Clark amongst them, for Mr. Kanu's release, that there is no sense that the government of President Tinubu is listening to those calls at all.
Yes, and that's why we want him to actually fulfill his campaign promises, because he said he was going to restructure the country. We're going to see how we'll get the country back together and have a conversation. Because if we don't do this, solve these political problems that have been there with us over time, that are built on injustices, the next president will come and inherit them, and it will be a problem. Look, there's nobody that supports what IPOB and ESN are doing, but they are not the problems. They are symptoms of the problem. The real problems are political issues that have not been settled since the 1967 to 1970 war. And yes, the Southeast leaders too need to come into this, because they should understand that power is not given. You have to work for it. So there must be a decision by the Southeast leaders to work with people like Nnamdi Kanu and see how they can work with President Tinubu. There's nothing that dialogue cannot solve. And President Tinubu should actually prepare a template that could make this kind of conversation to be easy, not like what former President Buhari had done. Don't forget, a former Minister of Aviation who is dead now, Amechi, had led a delegation of Igbo leaders to beg for Nnamdi Kanu's release, but What did former President Buhari
Now
said?
you talk about
No,
Ogbonnaya Ono.
no. Amechi Mbazulike, the very first Minister of Aviation.
Okay, when you said
What,
Amechi, it's got a bit confusing.
yeah. So what former President Buhari then has said is that justice should take its course. But people are beginning to say that why is Nnamdi Kanu's own case taking too long for the justice system to go on? So this is a golden opportunity. If Nnamdi Kanu himself is seeking for reconciliation, the federal government should take a second look at it. Nobody actually supports what Nnamdi Kanu supporters are doing and what he himself may have done. But if there could be a win-win whereby even if it's shorter sentencing, given to him.
No sentence should be given to Nnamdi Kanu for any reason. No sentence at all. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu deserve no sentence. At all. Oh. Nothing. When you come to our land, everywhere, roadblock, full ground, full inside, everywhere, roadblock. And you are talking of sentencing. Why are you keeping Nnamdi Kanu? That should be the question. Why are you keeping him? What is your offense? Till now, Nigeria no get any single thing where they go tell you say, nine make them one go catch Nnamdi Kanu. They no get. So why they arrest him? Why they go catch him? Sorry, why they kidnap him? Why they go court? No reason for going to court. No reason. So why you no go leave am? If we don't see terrorists kidnapped, let go, why you no go let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go? We no be terrorists. Why you no go let them go? Because our own people na the worst people where anybody go fit see for this life. Our own people na them be the worst people where anybody for this life go see. Yesterday, before we go listening to our prime minister, yesterday we see I don't know whether I go say na disgrace of the century. We see something where we not supposed to see, but we see them. Since all this while we dey see things that happen, but we not understand them. Sign upon sign. We know they get, we not understand them. I want you to watch this video. Watch.
Will be presented here, and I will then invite
Africa. In South Africa, the new president inaugurated, and he was doing the normal protocol now, shaking hands of the people, the dignitaries, the presidents, prime ministers that came for the inauguration. And it started from Tinubu. They carry Tinubu, go put them for back. Giant of Africa. That will tell you that. Listen, remember last year, they went for BRICS. They put them out of BRICS. They tell them, say, we don't want you for BRICS because you know they for anywhere. No, only some people no understand that Nigeria has, like I tell you, they don't have a system of government. Nigeria cannot even produce. When you count people that produce anything, Nigeria is not involved in anything. There are only, when you count consumers and crime, you go see Nigeria number one. If you want the greatest number one consumers, number one crime, you go see them. So watch and see how Tinubu was placed behind and they ignored.
my counterpart, Minister Pando, to proceed with that portion of the program.
Watch out. Tinubu.
Do you see Tinubu behind it? Behind. And he will be ignored.
Chai. They're going to president
Ignored.
On our chicken, can help you. Yeah? On our chicken, not cake and what to for you. Huh? Huh? Hi. Hi. Jehovah. The book on Aquaka, the book on Akuziaka. The book on Akuziaka. Hi.
Do you see that? Tinubu ignored. If they look like say he want cry for them.
The Nigeria on our chicken.
If they look like say he want cry, he was ignored.
President.
He was ignored.
They're going to president value Tinubu. Chai. They're going to value Tinubu. Chai. They're going to value Tinubu. Chai. They're going to president the Nigeria value there now. On our chicken. Chai. They're going to
Now, this thing they show you say Nigeria no get level anyway again. Nigeria don't fall, but people no understand. People they still see Nigeria say na Nigeria. Nigeria na the eye of 60s, 70s. People they take see, but in a lie, you don't get anything again. They don't fall. They don't fall. Yakata. Oti baje ayakata. Oti baje ayokoto. Now where they now? Now where they now? For those who will never understand, make we listen to our Prime Minister.
From people, ladies and gentlemen, we are not violent. We are at war with Nigerian terrorist government. Get this point very clear as I welcome the Prime Minister of the indigenous people of Biafra, Maazi Simon Ekpa Njoku, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, to this emergency press briefing to the Biafran people and to the terrorists and to the media houses so that they will get
the ambassador of nothing to do with. I want to make it or the issue of his information and media of the Biafra.
So, and yesterday again, our Prime Minister made it clear. We are not violent organization. We are Biafrans. We know they look for who we want murder or kidnap or this or that. No. We only demand that you remove the illegal checkpoints where you put for Biafra land. Finish. Because all the checkpoints where you carry put for Biafra land, they be illegal. We say remove these things from our land. Finish. Finish. Nothing more. Come out the illegal checkpoint for Biafra land. Finish. You say you no go comot am. Why you no go comot am? You get any reason why you no go comot am? Why you no go comot am? Make we listen to him.
Biafra Republic Government in Nigeria. Just 1 minute. Let me put on my ring. Thank you. The content creator can cut this one and use it for program. I'm wearing my ring.
Yes, they are here. So they have something to write. Ladies and gentlemen, my PM is wearing his ring. So this should be another topic for the week. And please don't miss it as I re-echo. My PM is wearing his ring.
And I just put on the ring now. Thank you.
Very good. Over to you, sir.
I welcome you, everyone. Lovers of freedom, Biafra people, ladies and gentlemen of the press that have seated your various locations to listen to this emergency space today. Before I go forward to address Biafrans and those well-wishers and followers of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, I would want the Minister of Communication and Media to play video or audio that I will be addressing this evening. Thank you.
Of his bail or the issue of his prosecution or trial, because the dynamics has changed, and the court, because it is a court of law and an impartial arbiter in matters like this, the court will naturally stand down and expect the litigants to exhaust the process of negotiation, because that is that may be the way forward.
Finally, let me not use the word finally. I would like us to go into reverse state. But before we go there, right, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is one who says he's been fighting for self-referendum for Biafrans globally, and that they're all about fighting for the self-determination, the freedom of Biafrans. But if you check his X handle, what the pictures that are being posted there, it doesn't reflect what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for. For example, with what Nnamdi Kanu said in court today, that IPOB is a peaceful group. They're all about finding their own ingenuity, their independence, right? And the right for them to own. So if Simon Ekpa supposedly says that he's fighting for something similar to what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for, if you go to his account, the kind of pictures there and uploads, don't you think it's rather complicating issues for Nnamdi Kanu as well? If at all the court may want to grant him any form of clemency or clear off his charges?
Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa are not on the same page.
Okay.
They are also not on the same direction. Nnamdi Kanu is the face and the leader of IPOB.
Okay.
And he has professed several times that they are against violence, and that IPOB will never adopt violence in their approach. Nnamdi Kanu has also at all times condemned the risk of violence, and he had urged that anybody who believes in their philosophy and ideology of self-determination should not adopt violence. And that is why they have been asking for a referendum, so that they will follow international statutes, so that they will now determine whether their future and whether they will remain in Nigeria or not. They have never had a resort to violence.
Okay.
Unlike Simon Ekpa, who has been accused by many as a criminal agent sitting down in Finland and causing problem in the southeast.
But Barrister, he has a lot of supporters. He has people who are actually clamoring for what he's doing. He has a lot of supporters.
Let me land, Ekpa, because of his utterances and his actions. Which he have said that he posted terrible and horrible images on his X handle. And I can tell you that those images do not represent what IPOB has represented. Because all I said so. I mean, Simon Ekpa cannot come down to Nigeria and continue the kind of thing he's doing. And that is why we have urged the government to put every machinery in motion to bring Simon Ekpa to justice. Because Simon Ekpa represents crime and not freedom fighting.
All right. Barrister Fred, well, eventually, Justice Binta Nyako gave an order.
The man said, Simon represent crime. I'm not private, I'm not freedom fighting. Ask the man. The other man that just spoke now have told you that your problem is not Simon Ekpa. Because you are an Igbo man that has been blinded with looking for something to put in your pocket. You believe that everything is zombie you be, na zombie you will continue to be. This man now, when they talk, if you ask him, is it Simon Ekpa that is responsible for what happened in 1967 to 70? Is it Simon Ekpa that told the Gowon and Nigeria not to accept the treaty they went to Ghana for? Is it Simon Ekpa? That is what you should ask this man speaking. Anybody that want a recognition or you need a job from Nigerian government, you need a contract, you will come and speak against Igbo. You will come and speak against Simon Ekpa, speak against Nnamdi Kanu, speak against Igbo nation, speak against Biafra, just because you want a recognition that will not last. How long will people continue to be blinded like this now? How long? How long ago? When people don't know where they come from, they no go ever know where they are going to end. They no go understand them. They no go know. How is Simon Ekpa representing crime, and he is in a nation where law and justice is at the peak, where human rights are known to be existing? Simon Ekpa is in a country or in the European Union where law rules. Where we know that there is something called rule of law. Simon Ekpa is there. You cannot come to Europe and constitute nuisance. They go carry you, deal with you. If Simon Ekpa is a criminal and he is a lawyer and he is a politician in a country well recognized, in a country that knows rules of law, in a country that represents lives and law. What in Nigeria? Nigeria don't have a system of government. We are talking of Finland that have government, that have system of government, that have rule of law. And you are talking of Nigeria. Nigeria that don't have rule of law. Nigeria that don't have judiciary system. That the judicial system is corrupt. Justice has been murdered. Justice has been eaten raw without oil, without even cooking it. Have you seen people have you seen people being drowned in the waters in Finland? Have you seen military checkpoint in Finland? I've been there once, I didn't see. And neither did I see anybody molesting me. I have not seen military with guns. I didn't see military in the streets. I didn't see any checkpoints. Even here in the Spain, I have not seen military on the road in their uniform. I know some military men that their kids are in same school with my own. We meet, we greet. I never knew. It's one day that I didn't see him. After about a week, I don't see him. I was asking his wife, I've not seen your husband for long. He said, he has gone back to camp. I say, which camp? He said, na military. I said, na military. He said, yes. I said, sure. When he come back, I call ask him. He said, yes, in the camp. In they leave that award. He said, I say, sure. He said, anytime he they leave it, they come back, he go carry him picking. So, now for you to, and you no go say I'm with uniform, you no go know say na military unless you are told or he tell you. But for Nigeria, military man, they wear military cloth, go restaurant. You go wear military cloth with a gun, with AK-47, go bar, go smoke Igbo, go drink alcohol, go in house, enter bus, do everything with military uniform, with police uniform. You cannot see a policeman or any security personnel. You cannot see them in public transport with their uniform or armed, unless you see secret police. And when they are armed, you will not see their arm. It will be hidden. You will not, because they don't want you to know. That's why they are secret agents. But in Nigeria, you go enter bus, you go see army man with the AK-47. What a threatening. You threaten lives, you threaten people, and somebody is sitting there telling you that the problem you have is Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is now the problem. Is Simon Ekpa the person that unleashed you out of your barracks? Military that's supposed to be in barracks are in streets, threatening people, searching motor, searching particulars, controlling your legs, controlling your heads, controlling the clothes you wear, searching your phones to see if you are Yahoo. Even when you are, I have never seen a policeman or army man or a human being, even demons, where in this Western world search my phone for once. They can't search your phone. Nobody have right to search your phone. It's your private life. If anybody feels that you have done anything wrong with your phone, all they need to do, your number, it did their system. They go put your number, press them. They go see what you take your phone do. They go see what you take your phone talk. Not when you see person, you go put it, you go take his secret, you go collect him password, go ATM, go collect him money, and you say you are in a land. You say you have a country. You say you have a nation.
Order, which is invoking
All right,
the
thank you very much. We can stop it here. All right, thank you very much, everyone listening. If you listen to this idiot, this man, not the lady, this idiot, you will listen to him saying that Simon Ekpa represents crime. The same thing they did to Nnamdi Kanu when he was in London. They called him criminal, called him every kind of name. He's destroying Alibo and all that. How many times have we made it open and public? Everything we are doing today to liberate Biafra from Islamic State and terrorist state of Nigeria has nothing to do with Nnamdi Kanu. We are in government in exile. Nnamdi Kanu, before he was kidnapped, was and is still the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Why we are in government? We have come publicly and openly several times to make it very clear that Nnamdi Kanu has nothing, has no hand in whatever the Biafra government in exile is doing. And I wonder why they continue to call Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB whenever Simon Ekpa is mentioned. Also, I want to make it categorically clear, while IPOB, according to them, was peaceful organization and peaceful agitators that they don't want to involve in violence and all that. Hundreds of Biafrans were murdered by Nigeria state under IPOB. And after they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, which they could have killed him, but God saved him. Under IPOB, under my watch, no Biafra will be killed without consequences. That is the difference. That is what makes Simon Ekpa a criminal.
Yes. They want peaceful rally, peaceful demonstration, peaceful agitation, where you will come and murder people and you will sit down and look. But man, they say, how long shall they kill our prophets? Why will stand beside and look? Some say it's just the part of it. That is what I tell you is the part of it. You don't fight back. You don't fight back. Somebody come to your house, remove your mama, don't fight. Remove your papa, don't fight. Remove your siblings, don't fight. Remove your ancestral land, don't fight. And you are there watching. Because you don't want anybody to say, hey, this one na violent man, no. You don't want to. What about the people that are coming to destroy your land and murder your people? What are there? Are there no violent government? If a government will come to your community, your land, your ethnicity to wipe out people because they are singing praises to God Almighty, what do you call that government? If government will go to a place with people with her flag and level them down, what do you call that government? A peaceful government? A democratic government? What do you call the government that military is in charge of the government? Military is always in cordon and charge, going to community like Okwama. We have seen like what do you call it? Okwama. We have seen the one Obasanjo did in Niger, in River State. I've forgotten the name again. And that one, and the one we see in Benue State. What do you call that? We have seen in Ukuta. What do you call when the Nigerian military go to people's homes and community and level the community down, level everything in it, both living and non-living, both buildings and trees down, and the forcing the people to go into IDP camp? What do you call that? You call that a peaceful government? You call that what? What do you call that? My friend, if you are not hearing me, go out and come in again, or you refresh your system. You are not the only person here. Are you one of those that come to distract? OD, thank you, my brother Ambrose. OD, you go to OD, they go to OD, they go to Uguta, Izombe, they go to Okwama in Delta, and they level down the people now. Uguta own is being hidden. Nobody is talking about them because they have been forgotten. They've been forgotten. People in Izombe don't have homes now. They have been sacked out of their community. They are now living so many places. They have forgotten their ancestral land, because military is there. And what they want is you, good people, remain good man. You come, hey, we want freedom. Freedom. We don't want to be called terrorists. You are calling me terrorist for telling you that you are maltreating me. You are calling me terrorist for telling you that my people are being killed on daily basis for no reason. You are naming me, tagging me terrorist, proscribing me terrorist, because I told you that since you have failed, let me go my way. And you call me a terrorist. What really did I do that warrant you tagging me, proscribing me, calling me, naming me, baptizing me terrorist? When we have seen people with AK-47 carrying cows, malu in the street, in the road, destroying farms, cutting down plantations for their cows to destroy, and you call them headers. Clash. Listen, they have murdered our fear. That is why we are not afraid anymore. They have murdered our fear. They have removed fear from our eyes. They have murdered our dumb. They don't murder them. So our mouths are wide open now, ranting. You can't stop us from talking. Go and shake all over the world. You see Biafrans scattered everywhere. There is nowhere you go in this world. If you like inside hell, you will see Biafra man there. Why? Because we have been displaced. You think it's enjoyment to leave your country? You think it's enjoyment to leave your motherland? You think it's enjoyment to die in the desert? To die in the Mediterranean Sea? To die where people see? How many people's legs has been amputated in Morocco because they want a free ride, because they don't have legs, because they don't have money? Train go crush their leg. Some train have crushed them, they died. Always, every day. Because we do not care to know. Many people are dying every day. How many people have been sold into slavery, into sexual slavery, even in Libya, even in Ghana, even in Cotonou? We are not talking of the Western world, Arabian world. How many people have been sold into slavery in Arabic worlds, in Saudi Arabia? People buy woman to give their dog. People that buy, when you don't know wetin they go on, you then somebody go come here, come the rant. Some people wey comot, some people wey their mama and papa don't know where they don't sell the mostly girls for slavery. Do you know that somebody that buy our sisters, carry them put for house for either in dog or in goat, they carry waram? You don't know that one? Because now wetin they give them joy. Their joy is to see their dog crewa you. We don't know this. We are not bothered. We don't care. That's the only problem we have.
That I vowed that Nigeria will never kill anybody under my watch without consequences for that. And today it is happening. Every images I'm posting is to show that there is war, since they refuse to report it. You listen to Musa came to social media, to national television, to say that they are at war. They are now in what they call asymmetric war. And this kind of asymmetric war is not a war between state and state. And yet, they are worried about the image I'm posting. The image I'm posting is the image of Biafra Liberation Army neutralizing Nigeria terrorist state army as they come to kill in their so-called asymmetric and jungle welfare. Is there anything so difficult to understand in that? How does that make us violent? When you have been killed for many years and you decided to defend yourself, how does that make you a violent person? But that is the narrative these criminals who call themselves lawyers and commentators and analysts are bringing because they are benefiting from Nigeria. And what they don't understand is that this is a very dangerous time for you to stand up against the people. I am telling you the fact. And when it starts happening, nobody should call Simon Ekpa, because anybody that goes against the people will come against you. Let nobody think that this is going to be only in those against those carrying weapons and ammunition. Those facilitating and aiding, abetting them by their actions and comments on radios and television will have the Biafra people to contend with in very, very, very soon. So how does that make Simon Ekpa a criminal? Because God have positioned Simon Ekpa to defy all their criminalities, threats, and whatever they do to other people. Those who have come before me, you know how they ended. Today they are telling you Nnamdi Kanu is the one who is very, civil man and all that. I agree with them. But the point here is that I am not Nnamdi Kanu. I am Simon Ekpa. And I fight my own freedom differently from Nnamdi Kanu. They should understand that. When they were kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu, they should have thought whether somebody else will come in. They didn't think about that. Today, what I have vowed between myself and my God and those who have volunteered to sacrifice their life under my watch is that you can never get killed and the people who kill you will go free. The promise I gave to every personnel of the Biafra Liberation Army is that nobody will kill you without consequences. Under IPOB, ESN were killed and murdered and nobody questioned their death. Under IPOB, Many Biafrans were butchered in the street of Aba. Nigeria did not pay for it. Under IPOB, they were killed at Mpo. Nigeria did not pay for it. Under IPOB, they were killed in Aba. Nigeria did not pay for it. Under IPOB, they murdered 28 persons inside the house of Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody paid for it. Under IPOB, they killed in Enugu. Nobody paid for it. Under IPOB, they killed in Ebonyi State. Nobody paid for it. Under IPOB, Wike murdered thousands of Biafrans in Obibo. Nobody paid for it. And under my watch, I said it can never happen. And that's why all of them are mad, calling me criminal. And let me tell you today, anybody that is calling me criminal, Biafran, go for him. And let him explain whether I have stolen anything from him. From tonight, go and get the person to answer question whether I have stolen from him. And how does defending my people make me a criminal? From this man, Biafrans should go and get him, let him answer question where I have stolen from him. What I am doing is enshrined in international law, self-defense. I cannot be shouting for freedom for my people, and you are killing them, and you are expecting me to be looking at you. How does that make me a violent person? How does that make me a criminal? Did I steal anything from them? Have I come to their house and steal anything? But you know, because we have kept quiet a long time, when they come to this their nonsense radio to talk rubbish. Any day you see them in Biafra land, those calling me criminal, Biafra Liberation Army, arrest them. We have police now, as a matter of fact. Arrest them. Let them explain where I have stolen, whether I have stolen anything from them. From tonight, we are beginning to restore law and order in Biafra land. Police of Biafra, we have police, state police, rightfully voted for under a democratic dispensation. We enacted a law to establish Biafra police. Anywhere you see these people that are calling me criminal for defending my people, please arrest them and make a video of it. Let them explain where I have stolen their things for calling me criminal. If they don't know what is criminal, they should go back to school.
That is the same thing they did to Nnamdi Kanu. They called Nnamdi Kanu criminal. They called Nnamdi Kanu Onyoshi Ekperima criminal. That made Nnamdi Kanu made the same statement our Prime Minister is making now. What have I stolen from you? Why are you calling me a criminal? You are calling somebody a criminal that has not done anything to you. A criminal that have not stolen a pin from you. Rather, you are the one that came to his father's house and stole everything. You stole life, you stole blessings, you stole glory, you stole talent, you stole resource, everything you took away, and you are calling him. You calling him a criminal. It's laughable. It's laughable. I wish my people go open eye know what thing they do.
I don't know is not an excuse. I am not aware is not an excuse in the court of law. Most of them claim that they are lawyers. And I don't understand what is the law of self-defense. That piloting the affair of Biafra under a different name, under Biafra Republic government in exile, it has nothing to do with IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu will remain my leader, and I will continue to respect him till he is out. And he has a lot of influence on my person. And while you continue to detain and imprison him, we will continue to bring calamity upon Nigeria. The calamity we are going to continue to bring is to make sure that we delegitimize you from your police to army to terrorist army to anybody carrying gun under Nigeria in Biafra land, because these are the people who have killed our people without consequences. So the delegitimization has begun, and they are calling me criminal. I am posting the images I'm posting because we are at war with Nigeria. What is so difficult to understand? The chief of army staff came to national television and told you we are at war, and they call it asymmetric war. He called it jungle war, warfare. Why would you be saying that Simon Ekpa is violent? Who is violent? Was it me that were killing people in Obibo? Was it Simon Ekpa that killed Nigerians in Lekki Tollgate? But you know, they have met their match. Because they thought that whenever they are, selling this narrative of, oh, you are a criminal, oh, you are a terrorist, oh, the person will run away. Not me. I can never change I can never change even one step backward. Not me. Simon Ekpa is what he is from 2021 when you kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya till today, 2024. I am not changing. I stand where I stand. If you come to Biafra land to kill, you will die there. You will die there. Today, have you been hearing any of extrajudicial killing of Biafrans and the killing of commanders and all that? It is not happening because we have sophisticated weapons. I am posting how your terrorists are dying because they are very, very strong when they see unarmed people. When Biafra under IPOB was not armed, you kill them. I don't derive joy in seeing people that are under me, looking up to me, to go to the street and die, and there is no consequences for them dying. I cannot be that kind of leader. Nnamdi Kanu was deceived by those who he believed was fighting Biafra for him and with him. And today, he was kidnapped in Kenya, from Kenya to Nigeria. And all of them disappeared and disappointed him. That was why there were no consequences for those that were killed under IPOB. If it was me, Nnamdi Kanu, believe me, the story would be different. But of course, God knows why he brought me at the time he brought me to the struggle. So I'm here to address this man. First of all, we are at war with Nigeria. If you do not understand that we are at war, you listen and watch the image I'm posting, because that image explained that we are at war. That image I'm posting on my X handle is to show you that we are at war. If you do not believe what Musa, the chief of defense staff, was saying on national television, on channel television, that they are in asymmetric war, I am giving you the evidence that indeed there is a war going on against Biafra and Nigeria. You don't understand that Nigeria is deploying aircraft, fighter jets to Imo State. Do you think we should look them as they bring fighter jet and bombard everywhere and everybody die, so Simon Ekpa will be a good person? I can never be that kind of good person. Call me all manner of names. I will be the end of Nigeria. We are picking up these arms. You think it is going down? You are joking. Self-defense is recognized everywhere. The only thing now is that I know what you don't know. And I don't blame you for not knowing what I know. Let me see any government in the world that will come to tell me, hey, you are doing wrong because your people are getting killed, so you should allow them to get killed. I am still sourcing for weapons, sourcing for ammunition. For those who care to support Biafra, our doors are open. Come. We will create environment for business for your country, for whatever you want to do or whatever you are doing in Nigeria today, and you don't have enabling environment. We are going to create enabling environment. After this war with Nigeria, people think that I am here to joke or here to be a career agitator. 5 years was my target to get Biafra. It is happening. After this December, you will know Nambirokune Nebumbe. All of you that have spoken against me, all of you that have called me criminal without any evidence, all of you that have shouted under Nigeria just because of your selfish greed, your selfish aggrandizement, You're greedy. You, because of that, because of what you are looking for Nigeria, you call me criminal, you call me a manner of name. I will wait for you in Biafra land. We are keeping record. We will start now to keep record. All of you from A to Z, you are going to pay for struggling to stop me, and you will never succeed. Because you think when you call me a criminal, it is going to demoralize me. Look at this idiot. He is here shouting, oh, Nnamdi Kanu is different. Oh, Simon Ekpa has been accused. Accused by who? If Simon Ekpa have been accused, are you accusing me too? Or you are supporting those who accuse me? Do you have any evidence of me being a criminal? Did I steal from your house? I am telling you the fact. Like I just said, that I am not Nnamdi Kanu. You can talk to Nnamdi Kanu and go free. Me, you can never go free. After Biafra has been restored, you will have a question to answer if you make it alive till then. You will tell me where I have stolen from you and why you are calling me a criminal. And how somebody who have risen up to defend their people will become a criminal. I want you to show me that law that says if you defend your people, you become a criminal. You are going to prove me as a lawyer you are. You open your mouth on social media and on the FM television. Go and remark it. Go and write it somewhere. Because Biafrans will never forgive you. Specifically this man now that spoke today. You people should look for him. Let him tell the people and the world whether I have stolen from him and why he's calling me criminal. Like I have said, Biafra is at war with Nigeria. And whatever I am posting on my X handle is the result of what is on ground, which they don't want to tell you. When Musa told you that there is a asymmetric war, which is not a war between state and state, you did not ask him question to explain how is this kind of war being fought, although he went further to explain that you can move and they will shoot you from the back. Because for ages, they have killed Biafrans without consequences. We unprovoked, they killed Biafra agitators. And under my watch, you can never kill Biafrans and go free.
Lie.
So if you feel that Nnamdi Kanu is better, that under his watch and IPOB, you kill them in hundreds and there is no consequences, that is why you are taking them for a ride. That is why you are doing anyhow to Nnamdi Kanu. You think with what will happen to Nnamdi Kanu, you are going to kidnap me? You don't understand. You can never come close to me. I am very, very far, and I am very close to you. I am in your homes. All of you, I am in your home. I am very closer than you can ever imagine. That's why whenever you make a move to come to Finland, I will tweet it. I am closer to you than you can ever imagine. You think what you have done to Nnamdi Kanu, I have not learned my lesson? When they say that, the last time the journalist from United Kingdom came to my office and interviewed me, oh, do you want to go to Nigeria? Why don't you want to go to Nigeria? And they were using it to make program. I say, if I go to Nigeria, they are going to kill me and all that. It is not about who is afraid of death. Who is afraid of arrest? You think as I am now, I'm afraid of arrest? You are a joker. What I am trying to do is that as a piloter of this particular new dimension of Biafra liberation, I will be outside and as a free man to finish my job. I don't need to prove you anything. You don't have to get captured by Nigeria or to get kidnapped by Nigeria. No. I am very, very sensible and I have learned from what happened to others. I need to be free to finish the job and liberate Biafra people. If you like, go and hawk transformer. It is going to happen. So those of you who are here, whenever you hear Simon Ekpa violent, Simon Ekpa is violent, we are not violent. We are trying everything possible to restore peace, stability in our region. And the only way is to make sure that Nigeria terrorist army is not having a field day in Biafra land. The only way to restore peace is to make sure that there is no checkpoint. Nigeria terrorist state any representative of Nigeria in uniform and carrying arms does not have one single checkpoint in Biafra land. That is the roadmap to peace. Release Nnamdi Kanu, you kidnap. Not only him, you release those you have abducted, kidnapped from different places in Biafra land without record. We have their record. Release all of them. And let me tell you one thing again. Do not think that Biafrans are fools. When you release Nnamdi Kanu, he must come to Finland. It's a condition. I will sit one-on-one with him. You know, I have said this thing 2 years ago. They thought I was joking. He will come to Finland. The reason I'm fighting for him is that I supported him. I gave him a voice. I gave him a support and gave him the courage to continue doing what he was doing until he got kidnapped. You think I'm going to abandon him? You think I'm going to abandon Nnamdi Kanu? Even if he come today and they say, Simon Ekpa, I don't know you. You think I'm going to abandon him? Because I know he can never say such thing under his normal, conscience. Because I contributed in supporting him, giving him the voice that you see him as a threat. You kidnap him. And then today, you want me to abandon him. I will not abandon him. Everything I'm doing today is geared at making sure that I demand his release. And if you do not release him, more calamity will befall Nigeria. Go and mark it somewhere. I'm not hiding my mouth. Calamity will befall Nigeria. And if you continue to be in Biafra land, planning how to kill our people with aircraft, with armor tank, you will all be neutralized. Except I am not fighting a just cause. You should be ashamed of yourself that somebody is in Finland and that person is your problem. I wonder, while Nnamdi Kanu was broadcasting from London, how many of you demanded him to come back to Nigeria? How many of you called the ambassador of United Kingdom, High Commissioner for Nigeria of UK in Nigeria? Oh, Nnamdi Kanu is making broadcast. Oh, come. Go and bring it. How many of you did that? You didn't do that. Why is Simon Ekpa different? Why don't you do the thing you do to Nnamdi Kanu to me? Come and kidnap me in Finland, Ndara. Come and kidnap me in Finland. Why are you calling Finland? Did you call United Kingdom on Nnamdi Kanu? Did you call the embassy on Nnamdi Kanu? Why did you go to Kenya to kidnap him? So come to Finland or go to Kenya to kidnap me too. Why are you calling Finland? Why is everybody now, Finland? But Nnamdi Kanu broadcasted for many years. Nobody called United Kingdom. Nobody summoned the ambassador in Nigeria to Abuja. Come on, Nnamdi Kanu is broadcasting. Why is my own different? Because you see that Abromana Tata, if we go to Ta, I will be the end of Nigeria. And this year, after 2nd of December, you will understand what I'm saying. The image you are seeing is a small thing compared to what has actually happened. I'm only posting those to call your attention to the fact that there is a war going on, but as moron as you are not getting the picture. You are not getting the point. I don't know what else you want me to do. When the chief of army staff come to radio and come to television to cry, Simon Ekpa must be brought back. Simon Ekpa, you don't ask him question. What is Simon Ekpa doing to you? My comment. How does my comment bring insecurity in the southeast? As a military man, are you supposed to be in the street or in a democratic system? As a military man, are you supposed to be having checkpoint in a democracy? You are calling Simon Ekpa. The people of Biafra have rejected you and they are not getting the point. The masses in Biafra land have rejected you and you are blaming Simon Ekpa. Is it Simon Ekpa that engineered you to kill them for many years? Don't you know that the people you have killed, their brothers and sisters, have now risen up against you? Don't you know that Biafra people have turned against you? And you said it, you called it a Semitic war. How does that become Simon Ekpa? How is Simon Ekpa comment become the reason they turn against you when you have been killing them for many years? Anyway, I just decided to come this evening to say this thing make this point very clear. When they come to address me and Nnamdi Kanu, they will continue to say, oh, Nnamdi Kanu have said it several times. He has nothing to do with insecurity in the southeast. Why are they not addressing my own when I have said Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with what Biafra government in exile is doing? Why are they not also addressing that one? they will not address it because these are criminals, corrupt idiots. They will say, "Oh, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have said it in court. There is no, he don't have anything to do with those committing crime in the southeast. Those doing this. Why are you not also saying what I've said? That Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has nothing to do with Biafra government in exile. He has absolutely nothing to do with what I am doing. But at the same time, I am doing this particular agitation, demanding that you must release him, because I was part of those who pushed him to fight for Biafra, gave him support that made you to kidnap him. So I can never abandon him until when he come out and meet me in Finland and say, Simon Ekpa, you see, I am not doing again. Then I will have something to say. For now, I believe he's still in Biafra struggle. So from today, when you are addressing Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's comment, please, let shame the devil. I address my own too. I said he has nothing to do with what I'm doing. Is that too big or too complicated for you to understand? That everything I'm doing today, I'm taking responsibility on behalf of Biafra people, on behalf of Biafra Republic government in exile, on behalf of de facto government in the homeland. It has absolutely nothing to do with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. How many times am I going to shout this thing? Well, when they come, they will tell you, Simon Ekpa is doing something. Do you think it's going to affect Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? How does that connect to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? You guys are criminals, and that's why nobody is listening to you anywhere in the world. Because anytime Nigeria, anything in Nigeria is lie and fallacy, nothing else. But it is very, very good. I will be here to end all of you. Here, good day. And that is why from the day one, when I was shouting, I will bring Biafra from diaspora, they were laughing at me. Today, they are not laughing again, no. Today now is that, bring Simon Ekpa, let us kill him. Oh, bring him. Come, let him bring him to Nigeria. Do everything possible to bring him. You must go and bring him. But when I was shouting that I will bring Biafra from diaspora, you were laughing at me. You are not laughing again, no. I don't see you people laughing again. That time you were saying, oh, what a stupid guy. You want to bring her. Now, even now, many of them are still laughing when I say I'm going to declare Biafra in Finland. Oh, you want to declare Biafra in exile. Some of them are even laughing at the government in exile. Oh, he's in exile. Exile. You can imagine. Exile. You will be in exile. I will be in exile. And Biafra will come. After 2nd of December, Agaku Nigeria Igwe. Kwa market. Agaku Nigeria Woto. If you do not pull your military from Biafra land, you will all die there. The demand is very simple. Those of you watching and listening secretly now on space, and I know Musa is listening because you don't miss whatever I'm doing. If you do not pull your Nigeria military from Biafra out of Biafra land, you will all die there. I am telling you the fact. Cut this particular session, send it to everywhere you want to send it. The self-defense is to make sure we get rid of every Nigeria military, every Nigeria police. These people are terrorists. They have killed Biafra for many years. And we have said enough is enough. So if you continue to remain in Biafra, now that we have arms and ammunition, believe me, if you don't die today, you die tomorrow. Thank you very much, media team and the finance and the Minister of Media Communication. Over to you.
Bazzi Sabi, are you there?
Okay. We had okay, Max. Okay, just come in for 30 minutes because I want to just move. I want close. Okay. So when you look, when you listen, you will understand that waiting will they do is not about any other thing. Like I said earlier, Nigeria have murdered sleep in our eyes. We can no longer sleep. They have taught us not to be scared or afraid of anything again in this life. Nigeria have taught us not to be scared or afraid of anything. They have really opened our eyes that the more you want to be holy, you'll be destroyed. Those that are scared of being proscribed have been proscribed, yet they are still afraid. What are you still afraid of? What are you scared of? You the fear me, they don't call you terrorists. You the fear. They call you terrorists. You the fear me, they don't come murder you for your papa house. You fear. You go hide under bed. They come there, they watch you. You they fear me, they no come rape you. They come there, they rape you. You see the girl where they rape for stream yesterday? You see the video where they circulate? This one not be saying now, just they show you. These people are not human beings. Imagine raping a girl like that. The video ram put for social media. You cannot do this thing in a civilized world. They go trace you. Whoever you be, will do am. If you like it, they inside bush, you do am. As long as you put them for social media, they go use that video, trace you anywhere. They go catch you, whoever you are. But because you are in a Nigerian state where nothing works, it's evil forest where nothing works, that girl face is there. Imagine saying that your sister, waiting the girl won't come talk for life again. That girl, if you go commit suicide tomorrow, die. Even maybe as with the talk, maybe you don't commit suicide, die. This is a girl that went to stream, maybe to wash clothes, to bath. She don't rub something for face for women. Maybe they wait for some minutes, make she watch them. They go there. You want Nigeria. Max, you are welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Mazuko. Thank you so much for this wonderful topic this morning. What will I say? The Prime Minister has said everything. He has told them often and oftentimes, leave me alone. He said, leave me alone. Do not attribute my actions to Nnamdi Kanu. He has been saying it. He said, whatever I am doing today is as a result of the wickedness of Nigerian terrorist government against the Biafran people and Nnamdi Kanu. Take him off. He is responsible for whatever that he is doing. You should remove Nnamdi Kanu from it.
Yeah, and then TK.
Stop in Ghana here. Some people call them stubborn academy. Stubborn academic students. That one we'll call them in Ghana here. If we want to massage them, the politicians will call them stubborn academic. They are on that group of stubborn academic, department. Leave the man alone. He said you should leave him alone. Go to Finland and arrest him if you have balls. You are there going to low-hanging fruits, arresting those that are unable to defend themselves. But those who have the capability to defend themselves, you cannot go there and arrest them. You are going for low-hanging fruits. In fact, I wanted to speak on the video that you sent to me yesterday. Just imagine, this is what they would do to you when they come. In fact, they did it severally. They did it severally. Do you know the reason why? If there is nothing my president in Ghana did, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is his proactiveness on this element, this killer herdsmen, the terrorists. He did wonderfully well. Ordered the security agencies to flush them out. The reason why they are having upper hands, moving away from north, where they were domiciled, to the south, is because when they come in, they test your pulse. Then you didn't do anything. Then maybe they give you a slight tap on the cheek, on the chin. You laugh. They give you this 50% stronger than that. You laugh. They will give you the 100%, and you say, hey, the next time they will cut off your head. But if you react when they give you that 3%, when they try to test your pulse, they will say, no, these people, no, they know what we know. They will run away. They use the stooges in our land, in my mother's ancestral land, to allow these people to come in and build up confidence. These people have summoned the courage to do what they are doing. And that is the reason why we are finding it difficult. That is the reason why people like Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, is now struggling so hard. What could have been easier for us yesterday is today so tough, because these elements that are benefiting from the corrupt system, the buying of their people, the subjugation and intimidation, the extortion that is going on in our land, my mother's ancestral land, is because of the actions and inactions, the lousiness, the lukewarmic attitude of our elders, some of them, the politicians, some of the religious leaders. That is the reason why we are finding it difficult. If not, it wouldn't have been this difficult. But in any way, we must make sure that we are not working with these corrupt stooges that they are using to fight us by proxy. We will not succumb to their antics. That is the reason why we are doing what we are doing. Remember, we have a tax that is ahead of us. And that tax is that big elephant in the house that we are, that trophy that we are fighting. That is Biafra. Don't mind these people. They can come in with all their antics. They can come in with all their propagandas. They can come in with anything that they want to come out with. The main thing is that we are in the majority that want Biafra to be restored. And we have able hands and men of timber and caliber, as you can say, as you do say, that can deliver, and it's just a matter of time. And things will fall in shape. Let them not attribute the action, the decisive action of Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in exile, to Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was illegally kidnapped. If there is anything that is illegal in kidnapping, kidnapping is kidnapping. It's illegal, it's illegal. He was kidnapped against his will. Due process was not, taken into consideration. He was not tried, passed through what they call extradition. But when you listen to these gutter medias in Nigeria, they will tell you that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was extradited. Who extradited? If your father will extradite Mazen Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. If your father that extradited Mazen, which due process was followed before he was extradited? Till today, this gutter media in Nigeria has not recognized the deep proscription of IPOB and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist organization in the High Court in Enugu. Till today, these idiots that claim that they know something, that went to school, people that are suffering from what I call dysfunctional literacy, will come out after the ruling of the High Court, will still be calling IPOB the Biafrans, terrorists. And you want me to support such gutter media and such gutterish country? I will not. Ndiara, we must do what we can. Nobody is stopping us, my brother. We have the prerequisite of fighting for Biafra is what? It's your determination on what that is going to be provided for you. And I believe that Biafrans are equal to that. Thank you so much. And may God bless you.
They will Max. Ford, actually, I'm about closing, but I'll just allow you to take 2 minutes of the time before we go. I beg, because I have to run. You're welcome.
All right. Yes, my brother. Mas, good day to you, brother. So the thing is, that man who was talking gibberish about our PM, people like that, we must also continue to keep record, image and video pictures of them, because the day of reckoning is fast approaching. And there's one too in France that was threatening Adadi Orama. People like this, we have to be able to keep videos of them, the pictures of them, like I said, a day of reckoning is coming. There has to be an account, because you cannot be an enemy within why people are fighting and dying, laying their lives on the line for the safeguard of our ancestral hope, and you are there causing destruction, bringing hindrance, joining with the enemy. You cannot be forgiven. The same thing they are saying about our PM, we are not perturbed, we are not moved at all, because we know whom our PM is. We know the genuine Biafrans, more than 90% know who is on their side. About a month before the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu, there's a guy, a Biafran too, but probably born and brought up in Britain. I'm not so sure, because he have their accent. He was on Nigerian media, you know, Nigerian media, 1 month before the kidnap. This guy, I don't remember his name, it's just that it escaped my mind now, was saying that he was calling Nnamdi Kanu all sorts of names, all bad name in the book. He called him a fraud, he called him a criminal, a scammer, blah, 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 blah. And the Nigerian media could not summon the author of humanity in him to say to this guy, what exactly, I'm not saying that he should defend Nnamdi Kanu, but at least he should be able to ask this guy. I think his name is something Carl or whatever. I can't really, I'm not so sure now. But at least ask him, what is that thing that Nnamdi Kanu defrauded you? You call him a fraud.
The media is indirectly against Nnamdi Kanu.
Exactly. So
it's just like he has washed his hands off anything Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, so the media is in the same place with what you call him, Dr. Damage.
All of them. So why do I raise this issue is that because I know without a doubt that a day of reckoning is coming. For sure it's coming, and it's fast approaching, so that everybody will have to account. What did you do? What did you say? On whose side were you? So these are my points. We have to continue to keep record of these things and these people, because we know, so when the time comes, someone want to come and become partakers or benefit, or no. What part did you play? So my brother, not to take too much of your time, because you said that your time is up, but yesterday I was so impressed, and we don't need the suit to interpret the language or the body language of Nnamdi Kanu. We know whom he is. We know him, and he knows us, the genuine Biafran believer, that come rain, come shine. We know where we are going, we know where we are coming from, and there's no amount of propaganda. The guy clearly stated, and he has been stated, that what he wants is what he wants. There's no, the dictionary meaning of the word freedom simply means being free to make your decision, being free to decide if you're a Nigerian or you're not a Nigerian, if you want to have your own country. But what we have in Nigeria is not freedom, because it's a kidnap, it's a hostage. But all the zoos in all the journalists in the zoo, because they are all part of the evil for one reason or the other, they don't want to call it for what it is. You cannot kidnap a people, you cannot force people with a gun on their head to be in the country, and you're talking about peace, you're talking about unity, you're talking about this and this and that. It doesn't work that way. The only simple way to solve Nigerian problem is referendum. Let people once in their life to decide, as is done in a normal society, to decide, do they want to become Biafrans or Oduduwa or Nigeria or whatever. Then at the end, who wins, wins, because politics is a game of number. A referendum is a game of number. But if you're ignoring it because you believe in the power of your weapons and ammunition, you continue to, with a gun, you hold us down in a country, and you are romancing order, talking about unity, talking about presidency. We don't want presidency. We never ask for it. Politicians can be asking for it because they are the one benefiting. The Biafrans are not asking for presidency. What we are asking for is freedom, pure and simple. God bless you, my brother.
Thank you, Max. We have to call it a day here. Maybe later in the afternoon we'll come back again. So Biafrans,
let me just say this. I beg you, Naboche. Let me just say this. You see, just like my brother said, in every 12 there is always going to be a Judas or Judases. Today in Biafra struggle we have Judases. And God made it that way for you to know that not everybody that will. In fact, our Igbo people, the little Igbo that I can speak is that it's better that it's better that the fire has exposed the laughing nature of a maze. Instead to hide it, and they are putting it inside them. they harbor if they could not express it is better. Because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, you and me, they have been exposed. Then you know who your enemy is. Thank you, Biafrans, and may Chukwu Okama bless you. With love from my family, from Upper East Region. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, Max. Bye.